watch who you having sex with. Watch who you fucking.
Oh,
You are inheriting
ties.
a lot of them soul ties and a lot of that bullshit energy.
That
I think
trauma.
back when I was a young nigga, super young nigga, just trying to hit anything that walk, anything that move,
Damn.
anything that get wet with some titties. And I had to really think, damn, a lot of them bitches' lives was fucked up. They always had a complaint, they always had drama, and they always had something going on. And I was inheriting a lot of they bullshit, even having to be on the phone and pretend to be interested just to be able to fuck. I'm draining my own battery, driving myself crazy, even listening to this bullshit.
You know what's
Hey, bitch,
crazy?
what the fuck is you talking
What's
about?
crazy? What's
We were
crazy
just
is we were
talking
just
about
having
that.
this conversation before on camera about like a lot of men don't value themselves to the point where they think a woman's vagina is worth more than what
they are.
than what
Well,
we
yeah.
got. Yeah, so we were just talking about that. That's what's crazy.
And we were saying as well too, sex at an early age, especially for young men, it'll create a hypersexuality when we get older. Because now we kind of know what it's like to bust that nut. It's kind of like good crack in the 80s. You know, you first get that first high, now you constantly
You chasing that white rabbit.
You're chasing that white rabbit. So now now you're not serving your purpose. You getting sidelined by this poontang because you started early. You dig what I'm saying? So we got to control that shit and stay disciplined as far as teaching our young men, hey, bro, you go get there. Focus on your purpose. The pussy go come after you. Once
Easy call.
That's going to be the easiest
The,
thing to
the
get.
least you fuck, the least amount of bitches you fuck, the more women want to fuck you because they can sense that energy.
Quite
so when
literally.
you one of them loser ass niggas that sit home, watch porn, jack off all day, it's like repellent because they can sense that energy. I don't know how tapped into your third eye y'all are, but you know the 33 vertebrae, your spine. When you no nut November, that type of thing, when you practice abstinence, that energy get up there to that 33rd dimension and open that third eye, it unlock a whole new
Semen
superpower.
retention.
Semen retention.
We
Bingo.
talked about it before, and it's a real thing. It's called sex transmutation, where you take your sexual energy, and that's where a lot of the creative spirit come from. It's one of the most powerful energies is your sexual energy. So being able to do this, adult, in sense, you understand why athletes and stuff, they go without having sex because boxers and things like that. If you notice them, because you become more powerful in every sense. And it's kind of hard, especially if you have a woman that like to fuck a lot, because she ain't gonna understand that.
But I know that energy when you say if you just go 2 weeks with just nothing. I know that you stronger in the gym.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mentally,
Nah,
you
everything
got
is
clarity.
more
clarity.
It's
Mine is clear.
Mine is clear. It's just, and then you get to I feel like I call it monk level. Once you ain't had it for so long, after a while, you don't even care the desire for it as much. You know what I'm saying?
So-
it's kind of like once it get thrown at you, like, oh, I ain't
You
trying
can't
to-
dangle that over me.
Yeah, you
So,
can't dangle it
something
over.
else.
what you learn is, and my father, he a Mac from way back. I love my father. I've heard him say several times over my lifespan as a young man and as a 40-year-old man. My father has quite literally said sex is overrated. I understand that I understood it when he said it.
Now you
Even
really get it.
Now I
Yeah.
really get it when you understanding discipline, as you guys have stated, specifically sexual discipline. Sex is amazing. It's great. Granted, that has to be used in the manner in which we're speaking of. You know, less is more, so to speak. But when you thirsty, you lustful, you have a lustful spirit, you're open to anything, as Viral stated. And those energies exchange. How you just said they be depressed. As y'all know, openly, I'm a poly man. My woman has quite literally come to me several times like, hey man, for real, the discrepancy between you and I happen to be the type of women that you bring around and or indulge in. And she brung to me, I know when you're low vibrating because a lot of the women you mess with, they be depressed, they got a lot of stuff going on. And usually I personally be going through that. So that energy, like attracts like. Whatever you're vibrating on, you're going to attract to that. The sexual energy, it just makes it that much stronger, the soul ties. And if you understand sexual energy, everything stems from that. And it don't have to actually be about sex itself, but everything stems from sexual energy.
See, a lot of women not gonna like this, but that side chick, when I say that keep the marriage good, when a dude has a good side chick, all that happy energy, that positive, fun energy, she puts that into him and he brings that home to you.
On God.
But like what you was just saying, when you got a bullshit side chick, she more drama than your woman, depressed. When you bring that home to your woman, that's when they say, "Oh, I know something going on. I can sense you out doing bullshit." No, they can sense that bullshit energy you bring it home. But when you got that good solid side chick, You bringing your girl flowers, doing
Man.
spontaneous. She like, damn, what got into you, nigga?
Her.
Her.
But what's
Quite literally.
Well, I got into her, but yeah, her for
and what's
sure.
also crazy, people can look into, you can actually, sex is a powerful thing that they've used to like manifest things. Like that energy, you being in that one connected spirit with you and your woman and stuff like that. If y'all able to focus on certain things, y'all might have to look that up, do your research, but it is a powerful thing because the woman's womb is like a portal.
Yeah.
So what is it
gives you
called? An
energy.
incubus or a succubus? Like I'm not sure the correct terminology. Succubus? Hey, that's a real thing. Everything we're talking about, look that terminology up. It all coincides with what we're talking about right now. For men and women, but particularly us men, because we tend to be the weaker vessel when it comes to sex. Because women, it's easy to them because they're always being, we're usually the suitors. We're the ones doing the chasing. So as they stated earlier, when we show some discipline and show like, hey, I'm not really easily impressed by that, the
What
results
else more
that
you
you
got
get,
to offer besides that?
quite literally.
Then after a while, you start eliminating a lot of percentage of women of, okay, outside of sex, we really don't have much in common.
Don't
Because
have nothing in common.
nothing. Because I'm a sapiosexual. So I'm gonna always start here. I need to know your train of thought, your morning routine. Do you read? And you'll find that in general, when you speak to people, but specifically the opposite gender as a man, these women don't have much to offer. They're really stupid.
But this is also the reason why men are naturally attracted to younger women more than they are older women, because typically older women have been kind of beat down by life, especially if they're in the corporate world now. They've been dealing with bosses, they've been dealing with coworkers, they've been in the same type of traffic, stressed out at work. So now they got a shorter leash to deal with a man. They snapping on you because of what happened at work. They might have been through a divorce already. They done already had a couple kids. Life done piled up so much baggage on them. All of that shit exudes out energetically onto you. Whereas a younger chick, she ain't been beat the fuck up by life yet. So everything just happy. She happy to just sit in the passenger seat
A
and
puppy
chill
with a
with you.
tail wagging,
Yeah,
just
while
happy.
you go run
Happy to
errands,
be
nigga.
here.
So a lot of that ties back into the energy.
The only reason why I say I'm not gonna just keep going hard on the old chicks, older chicks, cougars, whatever you want to call them, man, they know how to love a nigga. They'll run you. They'll do some shit that the young girls ain't ready. They'll run your bath water, have your food ready. They doing some
That hot water cornbread
Man, listen, they
with the
doing
butter
some-
beans and the turkey necks.
Whatever the case may be, bro, they just doing a little extra shit that you have to train that young girl out to do. Some grown women, the good ones, know how to tend to a man.
Nah, grown woman pussy hit different though.
Yeah, it do.
Quite
It's
literally.
different.
That pussy with little miles on it hit a little different.
Yeah, like listen. I call
you know how to throw that thing
Hey,
back a
yeah,
little
let's
bit
just throw that
better.
out there one
Pussy,
time.
a little
Pussy
young
with a little
chick don't-
character, you know, and then they kind of know. And then it's kind of like they know what it is. They know they didn't already have the one night stands. It's less games you got to play with an older woman. You could just be direct with them, like, listen, this is my situation. This is what's going on. Oh, okay, cool. We can rock with that. They tend to be a little more understanding with whatever you got going on in your
See,
life.
look,
As long as you're not with it predicated upon you on some grown shit.
Of course, grown. We're being transparent about the conversation.
Because I had the blessing of being a young man, messing with the terminology cougars. So I understood as a young man, and even fast forward to being an older man dealing with women in their 40s and or older. You can't be with the games though. You have to be transparent.
Sure.
Say what you mean what you say, be
That-
upfront,
like-
keep the BS out. Otherwise, with a grown woman, that is a quick way to end that.
Now
Whatever
look,
that is.